On the service department side, back in 2011 we purchased a company called Oaks Hotels and Resorts out of Australia. The bulk of their portfolio was in Australia and New Zealand, with one property out here in Dubai. Since we've taken that over, we've been looking at growing that into Asia, the Middle East and Africa, and we see that that's probably one of the most brand that we have in our portfolio that has the most potential for growth because of the business model and the attractiveness to developers for commercially viable properties. In the portfolio we have a number of different brands, including the Anantara, which is our luxury hotel and resort brand, and the Avani brand, which is our upscale hotel and resort brand. And for both of those we also do residential as well as with Oaks. So branded resi products are something that we'll look at on a case-by-case basis in different markets and work with developers on certain conditions that, so long as they're met, we can be very flexible about the structure that we provide. We do franchise, but only in our food businesses. So if you want a pizza company, restaurant, or a coffee club, we can do a franchise. But for the hotel side, to date, we're only doing management contracts, though we are a very active investor and we are a developer as well. So our portfolio of hotels also includes a number of Four Seasons and Starwood properties and Marriott properties as well. Well, definitely a lot of growth potential for Avani, Oaks and Anantara alike. I think there's a great amount of growth in the market compared to our home market of Thailand, where it's extremely competitive and there's a lot of pressure on ADR. I think we see a much better commercial structure here, and there's just a lot of room for growth. The other place that we've really paid a lot of attention to is Africa, and I think we've got about 26 properties now operating in Africa. We'll probably focus on a lot of key urban markets for the service departments. And Eastern Africa, Kenya and Tanzania, Mozambique. We did a partnership with Sun International out of South Africa. We've got properties coming up in Morocco. We're looking at things in Egypt. We've got another property coming up in Tunisia. So all over the map. Well, it's been a very interesting summit. I think it's a really great space because between just basic real estate and basic hotel operation, as we move into the future, you see all these different lines being blurred. And when you talk about service departments or branded resi or mixed use developments, there are not that many organizations that really have a good handle on how these things work and how to operate them properly. So we see that this is a space that we've been operating in very successfully in different markets, and definitely a place where we're going to grow our business in the next 5 or 10 years. So I think to that level, it's really been educational for a lot of people, and it's also a very important space to be focused on, because you know, the traditional model of building a luxury hotel in the middle of the city with no other assets attached, you know, we might be past that, at least in certain markets. We've seen that lapse.